Good evening, everyone, and welcome to digiMAX Sports Network. This is Scott Kirker along with Randy Bagul. Tonight we bring you the Metamora Redbirds and the Galesburg Silver Streaks as they get ready to play this first round of the Class 3A state regionals. Randy, this is a
sectional. We won the regional,
yes, we
which
won
is
the regional.
Awesome. First one in 15 years for the Redbirds, Lady Redbirds.
Yeah, that was a nice job for Metamora to get the regional at our place, too. That was nice. Hands are full tonight. Galesburg comes in. I believe they're, 23 and 21 and, 24 and 3, I think, something like that. We played them earlier in the year. We lost by 16.
I'll have a stat here in just a second, Scott.
But
so bear with me.
The thing that I'm impressed with is Metamora. It's been a steady progression. Coach Hurst came in her first year. She got 12 wins. Galesburg is now 27 and 4 overall. They're ranked number 3 in Class 3A,
and have not lost on their home court this year.
No.
So the Redbirds have their hands full here tonight, meeting Galesburg in the first round of the sectional here in their home arena here. So traditionally, this team has been so tough, so physical, just tough to handle, right?
And like I was starting to say is, Coach Hurst, she got here her first year. She got 12 wins. Last year she got 17. This year she got 24.
Nice.
What a job!
Yeah,
wow.
What a turnaround, and getting just major contributions from young players on this team, and you got to love to see Redbird basketball coming along like this. Again, my daughter graduated in 2018, Scott, and had some nice teams, but unfortunately that regional was elusive to her, and it seemed like the Morton Potters were the dominant team of the day back then. We just could never get through them. So so nice to see Metamora making it further than Morton this year in postseason for the first time in 20 years, probably.
Yeah.
So what a neat resurgence in Redbirds, Lady Redbird basketball here.
We're just under 9 minutes away from the national anthem and the start of this starting lineups. Of course, Galesburg, nice big crowd over there for their home team. Metamora brought a fairly nice group of fans themselves, so maybe we get a shot of our fans.
That crowd support at the regional was amazing. So you're right. You try to replicate it here as much as you can,
Yeah.
A little bit of a drive, probably an hour drive from Metamora here.
Yeah, not bad. And they've pushed over the years. They've wanted to join the Middle-Illini Conference. I don't know how serious that's been. There's always been talk that, if East Peoria or Limestone were to leave the Middle-Illini, Galesburg could possibly be one of the teams that joins the Middle-Illini.
Interesting. What's their enrollment here? Do you know?
Oh, they're
roughly 1,000 or something.
1,500 maybe. They're
1,500, really? Okay. That would
maybe not quite that many. They may be 1,400, but
yeah, because I know a lot of the conference teams seem like they play them, in football in preseason. Dunlap, I think, plays Galesburg, and it just seems like they kind of show up on some similar matchups,
And when you talk about facilities, there's not many better than this. Their football field is one of the nicest in the state. And their basketball arena, their gymnasium here is really, really nice. The last time we were here was with the boys game in the sectional championship game against Richwoods in 23. And
boy,
we all know what happened there.
Yeah, I remember that game. Man, that was wild. I mean, there was people outside waiting that couldn't get in the gym here, Scott, and, we sent them. We said, hey, go find a YouTube somewhere in a bar somewhere or whatnot and watch the game live. And I think you and Colton were doing that game back today, weren't you? Or
Darren Ollig and myself.
Was it Ollie? Ollie was in there as a sub for that game. Okay, awesome. Outstanding. But, yeah, those were some fun days for the Metamora boys,
But tonight, the girls, they got to get out. They're going to have to shoot well. They're going to have a suffocating defense going at them. They're going to have to shoot well. They're going to have to limit the turnovers. And because if Galesburg gets a lead, they're just going to sit the ball. They gave up 19 points to Morton.
Yeah, that game I think was 35-19, so a very low-scoring game. But you're right. That just tells you what this Galesburg team's all about. I mean, they're disciplined. They're in it to win it. If they get on a lead, they're not giving that lead up. So you look around the gym here, you've got a lot of girls' banners up here. I'm going back to 2015, Sweet 16, etc. I mean, they take the girls' basketball seriously here. Going back to the days when my daughter played, Scott. I mean, this team was physical, and we always played in the Galesburg tournament over here, and they would win that every year, and that was just impressive to come over and see them play. A lot of just extremely physical play out of this team, and now with the discipline, it's a really tough thing. So I agree with you completely. Redbirds need to get a lead and hold the lead. You get down by 5 to 10 points, that's going to be awful difficult to climb your way back into this game. Sure. And it doesn't sound like a lot, but the way this team holds on to the ball is pretty amazing. So just a couple notes here on the Galesburg roster. We've got triplets on here. And you tell me that 10, 11, and 12 at Herschenroder. Okay. I need to phonetically spell that one. But Taylor, Ella, and Grace Herkenschroeder, both 5'7" junior guards, triplets there. It's kind of interesting. Obviously for Metamora, a couple key players. You've got Bailey Nina, the 6'1" sophomore. She's a gal. Again, I think the last time we did the game, I'm going to say the same thing today, Scott. If she stays out of foul trouble, this Metamora team can compete with anybody in the state as far as I'm concerned. She needs to be on the floor. She brings so many intangibles to the game, her ability to finish at the rim, her ability to, use your arms, get out in space, drive the ball. Just a really impressive player. She gets a lot of steals on defense. She obviously controls the rebounds. So key kid. The other kid to me that's kind of made a big difference this year is Coster, Leah Coster, number 2, sophomore guard. She was out sick for a number of games, and when she came back,
she had knee injury.
Knee. You're right, knee injury on that. So she was out with that, and when she came back, it really gave this team a spark, and that's when they beat Morton at home, which really gave this team a lot of confidence. So some key kids, but you have. You got Wagner, number 1, Junie Wagner, little guard, tough. Eddie Wooden, number 12.
She kind of makes the team go, too.
And Wooden, she controls the ball. She keeps this team calm, at ease, hits a 3 when you need her to. You got Abby Peterson comes in, a 5'11" junior, does a great job on the boards, can score, does some really nice things. So, it's been a couple games since I've seen these guys. Kessa Sell, 5'9" senior, number 30.
Lives across the street from me.
In the Kirker neighborhood, she's out there playing ball, probably out in the street, but her and her little sister, tough players. But the Sell girl, she can hit a 25-foot shot, without thinking about it, So she's a gal. If she gets her feet set, she can hit from anywhere. So we've really got a nice, talented group of girls here put together. And I'm probably not mentioning everybody here, but, Scott, what else you got to fill in on that? I know you most recently saw these guys play Friday night.
Yeah, they played Friday night at home in a nice big crowd, huge student section. But it was a fun game. And Metamora kind of dictated what they wanted to do against Morris. And Morris was a little down. And, it was nice to see. Got their first regional championship in 16 years.
Love it. Absolutely love it, man. These girls work hard. Nice to see them get that hardware to put in the case and have a chance to be here and compete with Galesburg,
Washington plays right after us. I'm sure might be a few Washington people here kind of root for us.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Redbirds come in here 24-8 right now. They're ranked number 10 in 3A. Galesburg is ranked number 3 in 3A. So, you got a top 10 matchup here. So what a game this is going to be. And, but again, Redbirds coming into Galesburg house here they've got to be a little more cautious. You know, Galesburg, I think, is going to be a little bit more at ease here being at home. So we'll see how the Redbirds handle it and try to take care of business here.
Yep. Get ready for the national anthem and the starting lineups. Well, I know it's not going to matter, Randy, but we do have a height advantage.
Yeah, you know, Nina comes in at 6'1", and this number 20, Jocelyn Kilgore, 5'11" junior. So we will have a little size on the inside for sure. I got to imagine the Redbirds are going to want to expose that if they're able to.
Do you attack the low post?
Yeah, I think that's where we're at our best. You know, get the ball in the Nina, let her wheel and deal down there. Maybe she gets this guy into foul trouble. And then, you know, if they start doubling, now she can kick it out to Sells, she can kick it out to Wagner, she can kick it out to Wooden. I mean, you got very capable shooters out there. So the inside-out game, to me, would be a great thing for the Lady Redbirds to expose here. Tip is up, and it's out of bounds.
It'll be Metamora ball.
To the Redbirds. Galesburg comes out here in the man defense. Coster's got it. Gets it over to Wagner. Wagner has the lane. Kicks it out to Sell for three. Comes out. Galesburg.
Still a good shot.
Yeah, good look. And ball goes down. Layup's missed by the
It'll be against
20,
Galesburg.
and that's a foul on number 20. And that's Kilgore with a foul here. So first foul on the 5'11 junior. And Galesburg comes out here in a full court press. Looks to be a man press. Wooden gets it now. And now they're bringing two. Looks like they're going to trap on it. And Nina's got it. And gets down to the rim. Layup doesn't go. Rebounded by Coster. Coster now drives to the rim. Layup doesn't go. Charged. And he gets called on the offensive foul. So
we've had some nice looks, Randy. We got to convert.
We did. You got to finish down there in the paint. You got to collect yourself, go up strong, lay it soft off the board, put it in. And Redbirds come out here, a little 2-2-1 zone press. Galesburg reverses it, throws over the pressure. Three-point shot is up and rims out. And ball's on the ground. And Redbird's foot was out of bounds. So it'll go to Galesburg here. Inbound play. And that's the left-hand layup. That's number 5, Zanaya Carter, the 5'7" sophomore. Opens it up here. Again, Galesburg bringing a double team. Coster now. Wheels and deals gets a pick from Wagner.
And that's going to be another foul on Galesburg.
That goes against number 10, Taylor Hersenroder. Now a couple subs here. We've got let's see, number 22. Don't have her on my roster. They both get the ball down to Nina in the paint. Gets it pulled away, and they triple teamed her, Scott, down in that paint. So Galesburg is fully aware of Bailey Nina.
I did like the entry pass, but you got to kick it right back out.
Yeah, it's got to be a quick evaluation and either go up or kick it back out. But yeah, you got 3 people in there. Not a lot of space to operate. Ball gets knocked out of bounds, so it'll be Galesburg to inbound.
Lily Furrow
comes back in, and she replaces 20, Jaslyn Kilgore, with 1 foul. And there's a 22 out there. I'm not sure who that is for Galesburg. Just not on my roster here. For 3, misses everything. Rebound in the back. Ball's up and traveling Galesburg. It'll be Metamora ball. So
but they're more aggressive going to the basket.
Yeah, they're going at the ball. So a couple substitutions here.
From Metamora, Jalen Ledbetter.
Yep, Ledbetter's in the lineup now. Little shooter for the Redbirds. The ball goes in the Ledbetter against the press. She gets 2. And now Coach Hurst will take a timeout to talk things over here to kind of work through that double team. And you've really got to anticipate that.
You can't take one dribble and stop.
Yeah. Yeah, you either got to decide to go and get through it, but you're right. If you slowly approach it, that trap's going to eat you up, you know.
A really good timeout, though.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And it is very difficult for these guards to throw over that trap and throw over that pressure. Redbirds stack the inbounds play. Ball goes into Wooden.
She's got to be the main ball handler here.
Yeah, and they have her throwing the ball in on that, so against that press, that's tough. Layup doesn't go for Wagner.
That was a really nice run play, though.
Yeah, it was fantastic. We just got to finish at the rim. We've had some good shots here early on. Ball goes down in the paint. Layup doesn't go, and tied up there. That'll be a jump ball to Galesburg. Little box inbound play. Goes out to half court. Galesburg on the drive. Up. Nina now secures the rebound, gets it to Wooden. Wooden gets double teamed. Ball gets intercepted, and she was looking for Sell over there. She was open, but pass just wasn't strong enough to get through. But now they get it down low. That's Jocelyn Kilgore, 5'11" junior, and now Wooden draws a blocking foul. Going to go against Lily Furlow, 5'9" senior. And now Koster comes back in the game. She replaces Wagner for the Birds. Wooden to inbound. Gets it in the Ledbetter. Back to Wooden. And now Galesburg brings the double team. Ball goes to Nina. And Galesburg grabs it. Three-point shot is up. Good. And good from the corner. Galesburg's up 7-0 here in the early going. Again, bringing the double team, and now they get the steal. Ball's loose, picked up by Galesburg. Shot goes in. That's number 11.
That press is really, really effective.
Yeah, you really got to throw over this pressure. It's tough to dribble through that double team. Wooden for three. Galesburg does a nice job blocking out there. Really, no white shirts were in the paint at all. Ball goes down to the post. Spin move. Left hand finish. That's Kilgore. The 5'11", and Galesburg comes out to the early 11-0 lead. And Metamora will take another timeout to talk things over. And really, it's just about breaking that press.
It's about breaking the press, and when you get a shot, you got to make it.
Yeah, we've had a couple opportunities in the paint, just haven't converted. And you're right. That right now that hurts, you know. Being down by 11, Redbirds really need to focus here, and you know, every possession counts right now. We're kind of at a critical point here, Scott. We talked about it early in pregame. You really can't get too far behind on this team. You know, the way they're patient on their offense, they work that ball. You know, they really want to slow the pace down.
For sure, for sure. I like how they get the ball down low, though. They do a really good job of that. And they're well schooled. Once they get the ball down low, that drop step, they're very good at it.
Yeah, their shot selection so far has been really good. I mean, it's just a very, very disciplined team. Yeah, this double team, we really got to throw over this pressure on the double team. You know, and if you can get a pass into the middle of the floor, you can turn an attack because they're allocating a lot of resources up to the front here to get that trap set. Ball goes into Koster. Koster now pushes it up the sideline. Again, she's doubled, gets the ball to Wooden, and just Little jump shot. Mid-range goes. 13-0 here, Galesburg. Wooden's got it. Again, the pressure. It's tough to dribble through that pressure. And there's Nina comes up with a steal. Again, they're doubling Nina. Now ball goes to Wooden. Now to Coster on the wing. Coster now takes it in the paint. Tries to get over to Peterson and just a little too hot to handle. You know, once we break that pressure, Scott, we're so eager to make something happen that it's speeding us up a little bit, you know, and that's what a press does to you. You know, it just gets you to play out of character. We've really got to work hard to keep our composure on the offensive end. Again, Galesburg, like you said, just looking to get that ball inside. They're looking for the right opportunity. They're really making Nina work down there. And Coster just went flying. Not sure what the contact was there, but Galesburg converts on a three-pointer. Lead is 16 here as the first quarter winds down. Peterson's got it. Back to Coster. Wooden has it, turns the corner, gets in the paint, and too many steps.
Did you see the steps there?
And so Galesburg now to inbound. 24 seconds, and Wagner now come back in. She'll replace Coster. And with 20 seconds to go here, you know Galesburg's going to hold it for one. Ball goes down in the paint, and it's good.
Wow.
Wagner, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. Galesburg comes out really with a flawless first quarter here, Scott, up 18-0.
Yeah. Take this time to thank our sponsors.
Harrigan's Pub, where fans become friends. Commerce Bank. From setting short-term goals to planning for your future, if it matters to you, it matters to us. Commerce Bank, member FDIC. Easy Mortgage. Whether you're buying or refinancing, Easy Mortgage makes the process easy. A thank you to Redbird sponsor Goodfield State Bank, a true community bank. A big thank you to Hanover's Pub. See you on the square.
So it'll be Metamora to ball to start this second quarter. Metamora's got to get on the board.
Ball goes into Nina. Out to Sell for three. Nina now with the rebound, put back, and the Birds are in the scoring column. Little free throw jumper goes for Galesburg, and boy, that's tough. That little mid-range is so tough to stop, Scott. And now again, Galesburg brings the double team. And Wooden now gets driven out of bounds. And that'll be Galesburg ball.
Ooh. Ooh.
Nice interior passing there. Finished by Kilgore. Coster brings it up. Gets into the lane. And the ball's tipped out of bounds to the Redbirds.
But I still like the drive. Make them make a play.
Yeah, nice aggressive move there by Coster to aggressively take the ball at the rim. Ball goes into Nina.
So you got to connect on that.
Just rushed it. Just didn't get it up high enough on the board. Nina with the rebound on the Kilgore miss, and here comes Nina in the open floor.
There you go.
Finishes with the left hand.
There you
and
go.
She'll go to the line to complete the old-fashioned three-point play. Nice job by Nina.
Yeah.
You know, a little pass fake on the wing, and then just scooped it with the left hand and finished strong. Kind of coast to coast there, so that just tells you the talent that Nina has.
And you went down the middle of the floor where they can't trap you.
Free throw doesn't go. But you're right. Getting that ball in the middle of the floor is a great place to be against this press that wants to. And there's Nina with the steal. Oh, ball gets knocked away. Galesburg recovers. Three-point opportunity out of the corner. Doesn't go. And rebound. Put back, and that's going to be a foul on the Redbirds. And that goes against Wagner. So that'll bring number 24, Lily Furrow, the 5'9" senior, to the line to shoot two.
Good foul.
Nina with the rebound off the miss. She's bringing it up. Kicks it out to Wagner. Out to Coster. And Nina now gets a hold of it, and she'll draw the jump ball. And that'll go to Galesburg. But nice job by Nina. I mean,
yeah.
She's a ball hawk out there, you know. Redbirds come out, little trapping zone defense here. Ball goes into the free throw line, missed, rebounded by Stell, and she gets fouled by Kilgore. And that's going to be the second foul on Kilgore, the 5'11" junior. So Redbirds kind of will have a little opportunity here in the paint now with a matchup. Galesburg still in that tenacious press, and now Coster gets it, pushes it down the sideline, and she's doubled. Got to reverse her way out. And she just throws it off the Galesburg player.
Not a bad move.
And the Redbirds will inbound. But, yeah, that trap, I mean, it's tough. You can't stop as soon as you get over half court.
And I don't think we need to get more into the center of the court.
Yeah, if we can reverse the ball, you know, and attack the backside of that press, you know, that's wide open for layups over there.
But don't get into the side of the court. Stay inside the volleyball line.
Sure. And that's a little help. And Nina now gets a hold of it and jump ball. But you see that bounce pass there. The Galesburg defense is jumping on that slow pass and getting in there and mixing things up. So, you know, this defense is tenacious from Galesburg. I mean, you got to be quick and have great reads and great instincts against it. And you don't, I mean, they're going to make you pay. Nina now kicks it out to Coster for three. It's long. Nina now with the rebound. And she puts it back in, and now the Redbirds have 6. So we're in the scoring column here, Scott.
She's got all 6.
Nina has 6, and man, she's a talented kid, like I said. Got to keep her out there, keep her going. And now you see the Galesburg offense is a little different here. There's no post presence there with Kilgore out, so creates a little better opportunity. Wagner now picks it up, reverses it to Wooden, and this is exactly what you need. Wooden now takes it in.
Oh, I thought she got fouled, didn't she?
And now Nina draws the jump ball. It did look like there was some contact there, but no whistle. So Galesburg to inbound. But again, with Kilgore in foul trouble, this is an opportunity for the Redbirds. Reversal for three is up. Long rebound. Galesburg runs it down. And ball goes off Wagner. And that's,
how did she beat us to the corner?
So Galesburg to inbound out of the corner. Goes out top. Ball goes in the post. Nina with the rebound, and here comes Nina. Kicks it out to Sell for three. Too strong. Galesburg again, great job blocking out there. I mean, they had four girls in the paint, and there was no white shirts to be seen. So great fundamental basketball there by Galesburg.
Which is tough to do on a fast break. Find someone to check out.
Yeah, I mean, this team is disciplined, and, you know, their positioning is really good. Tough ball club. There's a reason they're ranked number 3 in 3A right now, Scott.
Oh, for sure.
Here's Galesburg being really patient. Get the ball to the corner. Little drive. And Nina is going to get called for the foul. And that'll send Galesburg to the line to shoot two. That's going to be number 24, Lily Furrow. Now for the Redbirds, Ella Steckler and Jalen Ledbetter come back into the lineup, placing Wagner and I believe Coster. Nina to inbound, gets it in to Ledbetter. And now Nina gets it to Wooden, and that's a nice look there to put Wooden in the receive position instead of the inbounder. Nina now out top, wheeling and dealing. Gets it to Sackler, and the ball just goes out of bounds, so it'll be Galesburg to inbound. Yeah, Galesburg really feeling the ropes here at home.
Oh, for sure.
You know?
For sure.
Three-pointer is up. Galesburg rebounds it, puts it back in.
You got to go.
Wooden gets the Steckler back to Wooden. Nice little give and go there to Spell in the corner for three.
Good.
And it's good. Nice.
That was nice.
Nice job by Sell. We know she's capable of hitting those shots. Galesburg again, just surgical on the offensive end of the floor here. And a moving screen gets called against Galesburg. That goes against Grace Hirschenroder.
Nice. Nice on the pronunciation.
I'm working on that, Scott. I'm working on that. If I knew how to do phonetics, I would write it out. Ledbetter now drives, gets it into Sell. Sell gets fouled, so go to the line to shoot 2. You know, this is one of those games, Scott. You know, we were down by 20 a minute ago. Sell hit the 3 here. You just got to chip away at this lead.
Oh,
you know,
for sure.
I mean, your goal is to go into halftime down 15. You know.
Yeah.
You know, and then you come out. You want to cut it to 10, and you want to cut it to 7. You know that's the way you've got to look at this game. Is small. You got to cut it into small little pieces and try to manage this
game.
Win
the quarters.
Yeah, and you got to remember though, Kilgore, kind of their key offensive person, is off the floor right now. You know, so we're sitting at 15 right now. If we could go into this halftime locker room under 15, that's a moral victory. You know. Minute to go here in the half. And Galesburg looks content, really, just to burn this clock. There's a drive. Doesn't go. Rebound doesn't go. Boy, she just keeps getting her own rebound. Now it's going to get fouled. That's going to go against Wooden. And that'll bring number 5, Dania Carter, a 5'7" sophomore. She'll go to the line, and boy, you know, she got 2 of her own misses for rebounds down there.
Yeah.
And she just wasn't going to be denied. Coster subs back into the lineup. She replaces Ledbetter.
Hit them both.
Wooden now brings it up against the press, and here comes a double team. Wooden powers through with the left hand, gets downhill, gets the layup. So back to 15 here with 25 to go in the half. Jump shot is up and good. And that'll bring us to the half. Redbirds down by 17, 30-13.
But we won that
Galesburg.
quarter. We won that quarter, 13-12.
Yep, and we were down, you know, over 20 at one point here. So the Redbirds showing signs of life here. You're right. I mean, you know, we had 0 points in the first quarter. Now we got 13 in the second quarter. We're starting to loosen up a little bit. I hope it's not too late. I hope we can come out with something here and speed up Galesburg, kind of what they've done to us here a little bit in the second half.
Take a time out here from our sponsors and the second half.
Hi, Tom.
Hey, how's the college visit?
You remembered. It's good.
Does it make the short list?
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Knowing our clients personally is what we do.
It's okay. This is what we've been planning for.
And with over 13,000 financial advisors, we do it a lot. It's why Edward Jones is the big company that doesn't act that way.
For financial strategies and one-on-one advice, contact Kevin Kyle.
Germantown Grill, where our staff loves the game as much as you do. Football, basketball, baseball, whatever your sport, we'll be cheering right along as we serve up your hometown favorites. We've got everything you need to celebrate the wins. Food and flavors to satisfy any craving. Plus, the best private gaming around, powered by Gold Rush Gaming, the gold standard in video gaming. Only at Germantown Grill in Germantown Hills.
Welcome to Kaufman Wellness Center.
I have struggled with back pain for many years. I've only had 7 decompression treatments, but I have already seen a huge improvement.
Throughout working and sports injuries and that type of thing, my body's been abused for well over 50
From
years.
storefronts to
and
civic
Dr.
landmarks,
Hoffman has
Martin
kept
Sign
me
Service brings your
where I
message
could
to life.
continue to work.
As a full-service sign and graphic provider,
and once
we
we
manage
started
every
the
detail
laser
from
light,
design to
that
permitting,
tingling and
fabrication,
numbness was
and installation.
alleviated.
Precision
The Kaufman
craftsmanship
Wellness
on
Center,
every sign,
the journey
every
to
time.
wellness starts
Channel
here.
letters, pylon, and digital message signs that stand out day and night. In business for over 65 years, our expert team delivers every project on time and on budget. Martin Sign Service, trusted for quality, committed to your brand. Contact us today for a free quote on your next project.
Thank you to Redbird sponsor Mason Funeral Homes, proud supporter of the Metamora Redbirds.
Welcome back to Galesburg. We're here with longtime Metamora girls sports announcer, play-by-play, PA address guy, Alex Staub. He helped us. He started out helping us. He's done a little bit of everything when it comes to broadcasting in Metamora.
Absolutely. And every time I see Alex, I have to thank him for the great job he did covering my daughter all 4 years here at Metamora. I mean, he was outstanding, setting up and, doing his one-man show, working the camera, doing the audio. I mean, he's a man. He's a multitasker. He's a man of many talents,
Struggling and everything.
But yeah, Alex, talk to us. So now you're down at McHenry. You're still working with ICC. I mean, you're a man. You've got a lot going on, So tell us a little bit of what you've been up to these days.
Yeah, so back in July, I got the phone call to be offered to be the Director of Sports Information at McHenry University, and that's been a terrific opportunity for me. Got to know a lot of great people down there with the Great Lakes Valley Conference and, of course, the university in general. I doubt he's listening, but Anthony Francis, the AD there at McKenzie, the first AD to really give me a full-time shot, and obviously that's huge for me, but getting the opportunity to kind of spread my wings at the Division II level with some people I know, Carrie Kirkhoff, the women's basketball coach, Heather Tarter, the softball coach, to name a few that I had kind of started to work with just through recruiting trails and whatnot, so I already knew some folks down there, and it's been an awesome first, about 6 months or so.
And it seems like that McHenry seems like they recruit from our area a lot, from the Middle Illini and whatnot. So any down there right now?
So coming in, and I can actually say this now that she's signed, but Avery Tibbs from Washington, the first 2,000-point scorer, she's going to go there.
Wow.
Georgia Duncan from Washington, unfortunately, has battled injuries of late. She's a senior on the roster this year. I think the nice thing is, on the women's basketball side, Coach Kirkhoff, very familiar with Central Illinois, knows that market, and was an assistant at Bradley years back. So I think she respects, and really any coach in the Great Lakes Valley Conference. I know the Kilgore young lady for Galesburg, her older sister plays at Missouri S&T. So you're talking at other places in the conference that understand the talent this area has, and that's certainly a prime example of it.
So, Alex, your first duty as the SID at McHenry was doing what?
Uploading the football schedule 3 weeks before the season was supposed to start.
Wow.
No. I will say this. Jason Rafex, the head coach there, he's awesome. Because the fact of the matter is, somebody like him, he was the first head coach I was going to deal with extensively. How I worked with him as a coworker, as a head coach to SID, was going to make or break how I did there. He was awesome from the get-go. And obviously, I know the Redbirds have some connections down there. Brad Marshall just got inducted into the Bearcat Hall of Fame as part of the 1999 McHenry team. So that just connections like that had made that a pretty good start to be with that football program.
So you're down in Lebanon, Illinois?
Yep. So I work in Lebanon, of course, but I live in Mascoutah. So nice little drive into town every workday.
So back in my day, in the old times, 30 years ago, when I was at Eureka College, McHenry was our big rival. You know, we were in the Division 20 NAIA playoff bracket, and so we would play to go to the national tournament all the time. So I've been to Lebanon many times.
Yep.
That school, a lot like Eureka College, except it's taken off. I mean, it's going a whole other level, you know. So
well, and it still kind of has that nice little small-town Americana. Obviously, it has the proximity to St. Louis, but at the same time, you kind of have your peacefulness. Even where I live in Mascout, I'm kind of on the edge of town, kind of. I like to come here for stuff like this, but at the same time, like you kind of have that opportunity to be away, kind of be at your peaceful little zone, if you will, and that's kind of the nice thing. It has that perfect balance of hominess with the small town community feel.
Alex, looking at this game here tonight, it's not going the way Metamora would like to have had it, but you really gotta hand it to Michaela Hurst. She's done a phenomenal job as the head coach of the Lady Redbirds.
Well, I tell you what, being with this program for 9 years, I just said this pregame, and it's making me kind of emotional just because of how long I've been with the program. But, you see all these great teams. Obviously, Reagan had some terrific teams. Back when I first started, you had the Miller sisters and whatnot that, they were some really good teams, but they just couldn't ever crack that regional hump. Even more recently with your Ramages, your Youngquist, your Lallman-Deers, and you're wondering, my God, if we have this good of a team, are we ever going to win a regional? And then, so long story short, I got to go back over to my broadcast here. I started knowing Michaela as a coach when she was at Plainfield North, and I was announcing the State Farm Holiday Classic. We saw a taste of what this program's capable of under Kyle the couple of years he was here. When the opportunity to hire her came up, the entire group that was sat in on that conversation, the hiring committee, the board, what have you, this is an absolute home run hire. You've seen it just this year. You've seen it bigger picture. You've seen this trend towards younger coaches that can relate more to the kids. I couldn't be happier for her, speaking as 9 years as the play-by-play voice of this program. I am so happy that they finally got back to this stage. I know it hasn't quite gone their way here in the first half, a much better second quarter. Obviously, you need to get Bailey and Kessa going on the offensive side of the ball. Addie setting them up with her assist numbers she's had this year. But, at the end of the day, I'm not saying I'm okay with losing, but I am just so proud of this program to finally get back to this stage.
All right, Alex, we'll let you get going. Thank you so much.
Great to see you, Alex.
Good luck at McHenry, and I'm sure we'll see you around.
Oh, you absolutely will. There's no doubt about that. Have a good call, guys.
Thanks.
Oh, that was nice to visit with Alex again.
Yeah. Oh, and just like I said, he's been covering the Lady Redbirds for a long time, and just has a lot of knowledge, and just really has supported this program through a lot over the years. So what a great guy, and it's awesome to see him doing well down at McHenry, and he's one of those guys. Maybe we'll see him in ESPN someday, God. You never know. He's just got a passion for this business, and it's awesome. It just ekes out of him, so pretty cool.
It'll be the Lady Redbird ball to start the second half. Redbirds trail by 18.
Wooden drives the baseline, little contact, and here comes Galesburg. Free throw jumper doesn't go. Kilgore with the rebound. She's back in. And again, she's kind of the key person on their offense here. They really look to go to her. She's skilled in the paint when she gets that ball. And there's Carter with the drive and the layup. Wooden now brings it up, trying to keep her eye out for that double team, and does a nice job keeping the ball in the middle of the floor. Pastor now gets the handoff, attacks, gets it over to Wagner. Wagner drives baseline, kicks it out to Nina for three. Just rims out. Sell battles for the rebound. Oh, Galesburg runs it down. Galesburg being very patient here offensively. And that's the senior, Lily Furrow. Rebound and put back. Dell for three.
Oh,
just
man,
rims
rims
out.
out. Oh, man.
Galesburg doing a really nice job up here, setting screens, creating separation up here, Scott. You know, if you notice that. Here goes Kilgore, driving the lane, kicks it out. They'll get the hand on it. Ball goes down the paint, and there's Wagner, knocks it away, and Nina's got it now. And she gets bumped, and the ball goes out of bounds. But, boy, a lot of contact there.
Wow.
No whistle. So Redbirds to inbound underneath their own hoop. Ball goes into Nina in the paint. With the left hand finishes, and she gets fouled. She'll go to the line
That's
to
job.
complete the three-point play. So Nina now with 8 points for the Birds. Peterson comes into the lineup. She replaces, looks like Sell. Redbirds showing a little zone here, mixing things up a little bit. Ball goes into the free throw line to Kilgore. Nice job working the bigs there by Galesburg. It's kind of a high-low concept there. And you go short corner, takes the defense out there. Peterson now recovers. Gets the ball over to Coster. Now to Nina. Nina for three. Off the front. Kilgore with the rebound. Galesburg's on the run. And this Galesburg team just does not panic. And now, I don't know what the call is here. It looked like he was calling a foul.
We called a foul?
Foul goes against Wagner, and that's a loose ball.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm not quite understanding that one.
That's a tough one. Ledbetter comes in. She replaces Wagner. Galesburg now running the inbounds play, looking to set up a three-pointer. That's Carter. She's a crafty guard. She's tough. Again, Galesburg doing a great job setting screens and just creating separations, creating driving lanes. And Wooden gets her hand on the ball, but she gets called for a foul. So that'll be Galesburg to inbound. Really just had one hand in there on the ball. Ball goes into the post, gets knocked out by Wooden. It'll be Galesburg to inbound. Nina now takes a minute to get her shoes all tied up. You know what John Wooden said about tying shoes, Scotty?
What's that?
You better double knot them. How many championships did he have?
A lot. What do you have, 11?
They say he spent his whole first practice just teaching his kids how to tie their shoes. And there's Carter with the finish high off the board. And, man, she's a skilled kid. And now they bring the double team. And there it is. They bring it up on the ball reversal. And I think Galesburg's done that a time or two throughout the season.
Oh, yeah.
And now Nina gets it, brings it up. Again, she's got the double and loses it. And now rebound comes out. And ball's up. Wooden comes up with it. Got some daylight. Gets downhill and still go to the line to shoot 2. Nice job by Wooden there to aggressively attack the rim and get to the line. But, yeah, getting back to John Wooden, Scotty, you know, they say his first practice, they didn't even pick up the basketball. They just sat and talked about tying shoes and how to take care of yourself and things like that. And that's the championship coach. But you think about it, you know, hey, if your shoe goes untied here, you slip on it, you fall, you're going to have an injury, all kinds of things. So, I mean, every little fundamental of the game. And now Ledbetter jumps inside the three-point circle, and so that's a violation on the free throw. So Galesburg to inbound. So substitution. Not sure, was that Wagner came in?
Yeah.
Wagner and Sell come in, and Coster, Peterson take a seat for the Redbirds. Redbirds still in this little zone defense here. Again, just trying to show something a little different, get that ball moving. Three-point shot is up. Long rebound, run down by Galesburg. And they're going to call a foul here. That goes against Nina.
That's 2 on her.
That'll be her second. So Galesburg to inbound underneath their own hoop. Ball goes in, sails long, and Ledbetter gets it over to Wooden. Wooden now attacks and finishes with the left hand.
Nice job by Metamora.
Redbirds in their little zone defense here. Ball goes to Kilgore, gets kicked out for 3 off the front. And Galesburg with the rebound and putback. And Galesburg is just playing extremely aggressive here. Galesburg again just being awful patient here out front. Just moving the ball. There's Kilgore, gets into the paint. He travels. That'll be Redbird's ball. And now Steckler and like Avery Dries, 6-foot sophomore, come into the lineup. They replace Stell and Ledbetter. Wooden's got it against the press. And they're not bringing a double team, just kind of a man press, just trying to slow the Redbirds down. Ball goes into Dries, and jump ball is called, and that'll be Galesburg ball. Redbirds back in the man defense. Ball's loose and it gets kicked. It'll be Metamora ball.
Wow, that was kind of a weird play.
Kind of an odd little scenario out there. Absolutely. Now Coster checks back into the game, and she replaces Dries. Ball goes into Wooden. And now they'll get the double team on Wooden here. She works around the corner, gets it over to Steckler. Now to Coster. Coster gets doubled. Coster now puts it up to end the third quarter, and that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter. Galesburg 42, Redbirds 18.
Wow.
Kirby Foods, proud to be 100% employee owned. Our halftime sponsor, Merrill Lynch. We help families make great decisions with their money. Thank you to Redbird sponsor Sue's Place. Come and see us after the game. A Redbird thank you to Zobrist Insurance, your total insurance solution.
Well, as we start the fourth quarter, it'll be Redbird ball.
Ball goes into Coster. Coster gets it to Wagner. Back to Coster. She drives the lane.
That was a nice move.
Nice little move off the backboard there by Coster. And now Galesburg sends it out of bounds. It'll be Redbirds to inbound. And now Stell comes in. She replaces, like Seckler. Ball goes into Coster against the press. She'll draw two. And she's really just got to throw over this pressure. And now Coach Hurst calls a timeout.
It's a good timeout. That's a good timeout.
And that'll be a 30. But, yeah, you know, you got to go somewhere with that dribble. You got to get it and go, or you got to get the ball to the middle of the floor and turn and go. But, you know, if you're slow and you hesitate against that press, it's going to eat you up. Sure. And this team does such a great job, you know, just corralling that offensive player. And, I mean, you know, again, when there's two people, when you're getting double teamed, Scott, somebody's open. Now the question is, do you have the strength to get it there? And to make the pass right.
Or they got to come and help you.
Yeah, they got to come back to the ball, you know, kind of J-cut, come back, get it, and then attack. And, you know, at some point you have to punish a team for pressing you. And if you can't punish a team by getting layups against the press, they're going to do it all day. They're going to slow you down, keep you in front of them. And here comes Wooden bringing it up. He does a nice job keeping it in the middle of the floor. And now Coster's got it for three, and it did look like there was either she tipped it.
Yeah,
or,
they called it. They called it.
Okay, good.
She tipped it.
Yeah, there's some kind of contact there.
Yeah.
So Redbirds inbound underneath their own hoop. Wooden to throw it in. Ball goes into Nina. Gets down on the block. Gets fouled. Should go to the line and shoot two.
That's a nice inbounds play. You got to go up, though, and you got to make that.
I mean, you want to make them all. Right?
Yeah, you do. You do.
So Nina into double digits here with 10 for the Birds.
Boy, Randy, I'll tell you, you take away that first quarter.
Yeah. What was that first quarter? 16-0?
18-0.
18, boy. So you're right. I mean, since then, long cross-court pass down to Kilgore on the block. And, again, there's Galesburg just dissecting you, right? Nina loses it. Galesburg's got it. And now Galesburg calls timeout off the steal.
It probably could have been a traveling.
Yeah, and I mean, Nina had that ball on the open floor and just kind of got in a hurry a little bit. That's, one thing I will say about Galesburg is this team holds their composure extremely well. And they haven't been threatened yet tonight, you know what I mean? But, just again, looking at that score in the Morton game, 35-19, they are very patient. They wait to get what they want. They block out on the boards. I mean, it's a fundamental clinic out here being put on by Galesburg today.
Yeah, for sure.
And then you got, Kilgore gets 2 fouls. She's been on the bench, and I mean, she has been so composed here. You know what I mean? Not going to foul. She's just going to wander the lane, wait for a wide open look, put it in for the layup. She's not forcing anything. So this team is very composed. So you think about this sectional, Scott. I mean, is there a better girls sectional in the state than, you had how many ranked teams in this group? I mean, Metamora's ranked 10. Morton, I think, was ranked, 5 or something? Washington's ranked 1. Galesburg's ranked 3. I mean, this sectional is absolutely loaded.
It's loaded, yeah.
Carter gets downhill, and Nina
and they're calling it a jump ball.
And it's a jump ball. So Galesburg to inbound. Nice job by Nina to get her hands up and, not foul, just go straight up and secure the ball. Ball goes into Kilgore, hands it off. 3-point shot is up, and Kilgore's got the rebound.
That's
she
a
pushes
charge.
off. That's
an
offensive foul.
Yeah.
She extended the elbow as she went up to finish, and that's the 3rd foul on Kilgore. Coster now. It's double-teamed out front.
She was off to the wing, but she never killed her dribble. That was a good thing. Then she came back to the middle.
And Nina gets fouled, and that's going to go against Burrow. And that is her 3rd. Wish we had an extra period in this game, Scott. We're starting to wear them down a little bit.
A little bit. They're starting to get a little bit of foul, but not serious foul trouble.
No. Coster now gets the inbound, hands it off to Wooden. Wooden now drives down. Doesn't go. Nina with the rebound, put back with the left hand. Nina's got 13.
She's having a good game. Where she is definitely somebody they can build around for next year, isn't it? But that doesn't help this year's seniors.
No.
You look through there. Ella Jones and Addie Wooden. Cassell.
And the ball goes off the top of the backboard.
Yeah.
So it's out of bounds. So that bucket will not count. It'll be Metamora at the inbound.
Caitlin Hands, another senior.
Yep. Now Wagner comes in. She replaces Coster. Wagner gets it. Gets it back to Wooden. Nice job keeping the ball in the middle of the floor again. And Wooden goes down, and Galesburg grabs the ball. And Burrow gets it underneath the rim and makes the reverse layup. And Wooden now getting double teamed, and she steps out of bounds. So it'll be Galesburg ball. And now Coster comes back in. She replaces Ledbetter. Carter gets down in the paint. Layup doesn't go. Wooden with the rebound. Coster now has it. Coster now gets to the rim, and boy, the nice crossover is there by Coster, man.
A nice physical move.
Yeah, great.
Another one they can build on next year.
Yeah, great ball handling, and I mean, her crossover is tough. Nina now with the steal. Oh, just steps out of bounds. And Peterson now checks into the game. She'll replace Wagner. Ball goes into Carter in the post. She gets locked up. She's in there for a long time, but
take a timeout.
Get a timeout. We're getting close to a 3-second call there, I think, Scott.
Well, if she'd have kicked it out, I think they'd have called a 3-second. But as long as you stay in there and you're,
I mean, you get 3 seconds. I mean,
how often do you see
can't be in there more than 3. Well, if you start pivoting around like that, you know, the referee kind of starts saying, that looks a lot like 3 seconds to me. You know what I mean? So, but Redbirds still down by 20 here. Just haven't bounced back from that first quarter deficit.
Yeah, I was always under the impression that if you were in the lane and you had the ball, as long as you were making a movement to the basket or trying to get an open shot, you were fine. The minute you passed it out of the lane, then there was 3 seconds.
Well, it's supposed to be if you're in the lane posting up, 1,000, 2, and then if you catch the ball, then they give you another 3 seconds. You know what I mean? So that's all you get is you post up for 3, and then if you have the ball for 3, but you shouldn't be in there more than 3 seconds with the ball or without the ball. That's my understanding. But then again, you might ask an official, and he might have a different perspective.
They all have a different interpretation.
That's right. That's right. So, but sometimes we're just in there for a long time. It's like, we're going to make that call. Again, Galesburg just being very patient here. And foul gets called. That's going to go against Nina.
Be a third.
So that'll be 3 on Bailey Nina.
She's got half her points.
Yeah, and you know what? Nina's done a great job tonight, being disciplined, being smart, and staying in the game for the Redbirds, you know. So you got to give her credit there. What a nice game she's had. Galesburg gets in the lane. Rebound is up. Galesburg secures it. Coster now knocks it away, dives on the ground. She's going to get called for a foul. So that'll be Coster's second foul.
They almost blocked Coster away from the ball, didn't they?
Well, sure. You're using your body to protect the ball, and, you know, they call that a loose ball foul.
Yeah.
Ball goes up. Carter's got it, and Wooden reaches in, so he'll get called for the foul. Galesburg to inbound. Backdoor cut to Carter for the layup. Wooden now gets it. And he gets fouled. That's going to go against Furrow, senior. That's her fourth foul. And that's team foul 4 for Galesburg. So the next foul, Redbirds will be shooting. And it's impressive that Galesburg has been able to run their press this whole time and really not get in the penalty.
They're so disciplined.
Yeah, I mean, that's impressive. To be able to, when you press, you usually give up something. You foul. Nina now for three. Doesn't go. Hustles down her own rebound, and it doesn't go. Full court pass down to Carter. Gets in the paint. She'll get fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot two. But, yeah, this Galesburg team has just been surgical tonight, Scott. I mean, they have a system. I really haven't. Have you seen Washington play this year yet?
Twice.
And so I don't know how to compare these two teams. Is Washington pretty athletic?
Pretty athletic. Tibbs is really good.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. If you can beat the press and throw over this press and get some layups off it, it'd be interesting to see how that looks against this Galesburg team, because they certainly rely on that. And Wooden now attacks, and she'll go to the line to shoot two. But, yeah, the defense for this Galesburg team is just unbelievable. Now we're making some substitutions here for the Redbirds. So we're going to get the seniors out of there.
32 is Caitlin Hand.
And Nina comes out. And Coster comes out for the Redbirds. And, 32, Caitlin Hand. And then we can see the other number out there. Number 10
is Ella Jones.
Ella Jones. So, yeah, both seniors come in, finish the season on the floor. Got Sell out there, and you've got Wooden out there. So the four seniors are on the floor for the Redbirds.
I got a feeling the next dead ball, though, Sell's going to get subbed in for.
And there's Wooden still working.
Yep.
And she draws the jump ball, and that'll be Metamora to inbound.
And there's two Metamora players getting ready.
And there it comes off the floor, Sell and Wooden. Nice career.
Yep, and real nice career at Metamora. And 24 and 9,
yeah.
Pretty solid season.
Yep.
It kind of got us back on the track,
Yeah, absolutely.
You got to give it to the seniors.
Wagner for three, doesn't go. Rebound is up, and that's going to be Jones. She'll go to the line to shoot two.
Ooh, just rolls out.
Minute to go. Galesburg with their reserve unit out here, just same old secret sauce, Scotty. Just being awful patient with the ball. Little backdoor cut, and a foul gets called. That's going to go against Hand, and that'll bring number 44, Cooper, to the line, the 5'11" sophomore.
First one's up, no good.
And Jones.
And Sell, the younger Sell.
And Sell.
Kersey.
I'm sorry, I was talking about the seniors that were subbing out. So Hand and Jones, the two seniors, number 10 and 32, get subbed out for the final time here at Galesburg. And now Wagner gets the foul. And that'll bring Springer to the line. 5'7" senior for Galesburg.
First one's up and good.
And now a few more substitutions here for Metamora. So Dries comes out, Wagner comes out.
We got 6 of them out there. Somebody else got to come out.
And there's a couple numbers here I don't have, Scott. Must be some kids we pulled up off the JV roster to fill out the 15-man roster for postseason. But I don't have them on my my roster here. Ball gets knocked out of bounds to Galesburg. Yeah, at the end of the day, what a season for the Redbirds.
Oh, for sure.
Just like
for
you
sure.
said, and those seniors did a nice job leading this program, but
got us back on track.
Yeah, they left a lot here for these young girls to work with, and the Redbirds will be back and ready to take that next step next year. With a lot of sophomores coming back and competitive team, but here's the Galesburg team that's on a run, and who knows? That Washington Galesburg is going to be, like you always said, it's going to be a Donnybrook.
It'll be a Donnybrook, yeah.
It's going to be a heck of a ball game. You got two, the number 1, the number 3 team in the state. I guess that's the projected sectional final here. So, but that'll bring us to the end. Redbirds go down 51-27 here in the first round of the sectionals in Galesburg.
And really, the worst part of this whole thing is these girls that have gotten us back on track. They're not going to be around for the best that the girls program is going to be down the road, and that's the sad part.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. Hey, they'll be able to watch it.
Yeah,
right? We'll live stream this stuff. So they'll be able to keep track of it.
Yep. Hey, thanks, Randy. I want to congratulate Coach Hurst, though. She's done a tremendous job.
Yeah, what a season. What a job. What she's doing with this program. Unbelievable.
Sure. Well, that'll do it from...
MTCO and digiMAX Sports would like to recognize a recent Metamora Redbird coaching milestone. On November 20th, Metamora's varsity girls basketball coach, Michaela Hurst, recorded her 100th career win at Tepke Gymnasium. Coach Hurst arrived in Metamora in 2022 following a successful coaching run at Plainfield North. Congratulations to Michaela Hurst on this special career accomplishment, and best of success to you and the Lady Redbirds over the remainder of the season. Go Birds!
We off the air?